So clear? Thumb, fire, index, air, middle, ring, earth, Prithvi element, water element. So this mudra, this gesture, what it does? It balances your air element into your body. So far what we have understood, that your physical body is manifestation of 5 elements. Akashat, Vayu, Vayu, Agni, Agni, Apa, Apa, Prithvi, Prithibhya, Aushadhaya, Aushadibhyo, Nam, Annat, Purusha. So, in the process, one way of looking that your body is governed by 5 elements. Any one of the elements moves out, your body cannot survive, or if any of the element is in imbalance, then also your body cannot be harmonious, you will have many kind of problems. So for example, if your vata increases into your system, into your body, so naturally your mind is going to be restless. So we have different way of looking things in Indian culture and the Western culture. In the Western culture, they will give you medication, different kind of medicine they will give, and then they will say keep eating, and then your gas, means air, will go down. But in India, when they will diagnose, they will say your vata is disturbed, means air is disturbed. So instead of curing your body itself, they will go into the root. So root means the body which is made from how to balance your vata, how balance your air. So for that, first thing they will do, they will start making you change of your lifestyle. So vata can be increases because if your mind is occupied so many business, means you have lot of programs, this meeting, that meeting, here, there. So naturally the influence of your thought disturbing your body. For example, when you getting angry, so moment you get angry, the very thought, very emotion of anger increases your fire. So what is the symptom of the fire? The moment any person becomes angry, his voice will become very hot. Hot means aggressive. Whomsoever you are talking, that person feels like it is too hot. Either he will defend or he will attack, either way. So when you observe yourself, whenever you are angry, there are a lot of things start happening into your body. What is happening? The first thing, Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibrama, buddhi prinsad buddhinasa, buddhinasad pranasyati. So he says that anger is rising. So instead of directly removing the anger, he says first you have to look the cause of the anger. Cause of the anger.
Okay.
So there is a cause and there is an effect. So whomsoever, let's say you are getting angry with your wife because she has not prepared the morning coffee. I'm talking about Indian culture. So their wife will prepare your coffee. I'm not talking about Western culture. So the wife didn't prepare the coffee, and he has to go to the office. Now this became a cause for his anger. He gets aggravated and he started shouting upon his wife. You have been sleeping or whatever reason. So first place you have to, in order to bring a change into the anger itself, you have to see if she has not done the job of doing, we first have to find out the reason. She might have been sick, she might have been in the toilet, or whatever reason, or her stomach has been. So first you have to discover the right reason, and then when you find a reason, then there is no question of getting angry. And in case there is something, then you have to talk it out instead of screaming it out. So first place itself, you start managing your first emotion itself. But if you get angry, Lord Krishna says, krodhat bhavati sammoha. So whenever you are under the influence of the anger, which is a thought, so what happens? Your discriminative faculty, the thinking faculty, doesn't work. Even though you have been loving your wife from the day one, you said, I am putting the ring in your finger and I will love forever in my life. But you forget this. Where is your love? So which means your intellect get deluded, your emotion gets clouded, your quality of the love doesn't remain. So if you are really loving, then you will say normally. But anger, it covers. So when intellect is covered, your other emotions like good emotion, love, compassion covered, then you take an action. So when you take an action becomes a wrong action, which means it destroyed you. At least one day is destroyed unless you settle down with things. So if you not settle down, then it can remain for 2 days, 3 days, maybe she packs up and goes to home, her mama's house. That's why Indian women will do. When they get angry with the husband, they pack up everything and go to mama's house. Then husband will call the mother-in-law, hello. Oh, where is my wife? Can I talk to her? No, you didn't treated her very well. She doesn't want to talk to you. And mama, you know. Then mama says, okay, you come, I will make her understand. She drives car and comes back. She prepares a coffee, brings a cake, and then things get settled down. So it can go 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, whatever. So what I mean to say that Lord Krishna says 5,000 years back, krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibhramaha. Smriti vibhrama means your memory completely get deluded. Memory means you forget that she is your wife. You start treating her as your enemy. Smriti vibhrama. Because if you really remember that she is your wife, you will treat her well. But that doesn't happen. So in that case, you destroyed yourself. So more and more we getting angry in our day-to-day life, then more and more we are aggravating the fire within ourselves. When we have a more and more fire in our system, it makes you not get good sleep. Then consequences of that, because your pitta means fire is very aggravated, then you started creating everything else influence. Your water becomes hot, your air becomes hot. So everything, whatever you do, has got influence with the fire elements. So here, in the Vedic tradition, in the Yogic tradition, we instead of resolving the immediate problem, giving a kind of medicine, will make the person to look the constitution of the body, start balancing your body, changing your food, which causes lot of vata. So there is everything is also influenced by 5 elements. There are food which has cooling effect like a watery element. That's why in the summertime we eat uh, watermelon, sweet melon, because there is more water element is there. So what happens when you eat this fruit? It makes your body little bit watery. You don't eat so much dry food because already heat is there. If you eat a lot of dry food, it dries the system, and not enough water, it imbalances. So there is a system which provides you which season what kind of food you must eat. So by balancing your body by element, and then you are learning how to balance your thoughts and balance your emotions. So in all this level, so by eating a right food balances your body, by having a right thinking, proper thinking balances your thoughts, being aware of your day-to-day emotions, it balances your emotions. So when emotions are balanced, body is balanced, mind is balanced, so your thinking faculty thinks rightly. Like if you look, lot of people when I meet, wherever they are only thing to say about this is not good, that is not good, weather is not good, place is not good, and I don't like this ugly tree is not good. Tree has got nothing to do. He is simply there, but you don't like. So this is an attitude, a pattern which you have created to just see the negativity. So which means that once we start becoming aware about what I am talking constantly to the different people, finding the loopholes and finding all the time something to complain, so which means I need to change my attitude. So this attitude cannot be just changed by a therapist. Therapist will say, okay, you have a childhood problem because your mom has not been treating you well. So that's why you are from the very beginning you started seeing your mom a negative person, and that has set in your mind. So what you need to do? You have to settle account with your mom or with your father, either way. But how can you do that? Your ego will hurt because you have been 20 years, 30 years you have been hating that your mom and dad has not treated you well, and you have all this resentment and anger and frustration, and you cannot just go because anyway she has not changed or he has not changed. And she will say, what you are doing? If you go and touch her feet, Mama, I'm sorry, I want to forgive myself, I want to forgive you. She said, what? You have not treated well. Oh, argument start. So you have to forget everything. What you have to do is, you have to change yourself. Because you have a freedom of changing yourself. You cannot change other person's attitude, other person's concept, thinking, conclusions. But you can change your attitude towards yourself first. So don't look yourself as a victim of anything. Whatever has happened has happened. Now this is the time I want to create my own destiny. I want to create my own path, and the space is open. The time is open for me. So then you start creating. If you have a place, a home, you can put cactus, or you can put rose flowers, marigold, and so on and so forth. It's your choice, it's your space. So a space which you have within yourself, can you take out all that cactus and thorn and plow the land with the water of love and compassion towards yourself, and then bring some plants of roses, and then you find the transformation started happening. Your day-to-day action brings more love, more fragrance, more compassion, more care, more sympathy towards everything. So this quality you have to develop within yourself by becoming aware. So that's where we were trying to understand that these 5 seeds, not only you taking care of every day by taking shower of your body, putting some cosmetics, making yourself a little bit more beautiful, but what happened to your inner beauty? Their cosmetic cannot reach, chemicals cannot reach. So what you need to do, you have to start changing your body from in to out. So in to out means focusing upon 7 energy centers: crown chakra, third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, hara, and the root chakra, which are located in the spine. So each chakra has got its own influence upon your thoughts. Our thoughts, our emotions have an influence upon upon your body. So by bringing everyday conscious breathing, by bringing everyday conscious physical movement, so it is very different action what you do in the gym. In the gym you have a particular muscles, outer muscles to develop, but yoga is not for developing the outer muscles. In fact, it has worked to stimulate your internal body, your ligaments, your tendons, your veins, your nerves, your bone, your marrow. So all these exercises, they go deep, and certain movement which you cannot imagine in your day-to-day life, those movement helps to touch certain muscles and the ligaments which has been not used for years. They are just there without any stimulation. So once you start working upon different activities of yoga posture, these inner organs and inner muscles, they started functioning So whatever is immovable, not moving, all the toxin get stimulated there. I don't know here, but in India, the plot, a land which is not being used, all the garbage people throw there. Like you have a house.
Also in Indien wird überall dort, was nicht genutzt wird, überall dort, wo es nicht genutzt wird, wird Müll hingeschmissen, wird der Müll hingebracht.
Und so ist auch im Körper.
Ist auch im Körper, alles was du nicht nutzt, you don't lose it, you don't use it, you lose it, you lose it. Und also dort wird alles abgelagert.
So people start throwing. But in the body itself, when certain muscles and ligaments and tendons, when you don't use, your body starts throwing all the toxin in that part of the body. You are doing same thing. What Indian people are doing, you do same thing, but in a different ways. Anyway, the idea is to tell you that by activating all the muscles and the ligaments, which allows the energy to flow. Wherever energy flows, the life flows. When the energy is not flowing, life is not flowing, because it is being obstructed, the liveness. So life means liveness. So like that, we work upon Annamaya Sarira, the food body. We work Pranamaya Sarira, the vital energy body, where all the air moves. Then we work Manomaya Sarira, the mental body. Then also we have got thinking, how to get right direction of the thinking. So for that you have to study Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the sutras, the sentences of Patanjali, or you read Upanishad or Vedas, which are the ancient book from the East, which has given by Indian society. According to history, 5 to 10,000 years back in the beginning of the humanity, this knowledge was given. And now this knowledge is slowly spreading it out to rest of the world. So what is right thinking? What is wrong thinking? So as long as you are thinking that this world is real, your body is real, it's a wrong thinking. Because on that thinking, all the problems come. Even though it appears to be real, but it is not real. So real means which does not change, and unreal means which is constantly changing. It does not mean that it does not exist. I am not saying it. This world is not existing, or this body is not existing. I am saying this is unreal in the sense it is constantly in a flux, in a change. When it is in a change, in a flux, you cannot rely upon it. So even saying that when you are getting married, I will love you forever, that statement itself is a wrong statement. Because you cannot take love for granted that you will keep loving, because you don't know yourself. You don't know next moment how you are going to act. So when you are making a statement that I am going to love you forever, that itself is based upon ignorance about yourself. Otherwise, no divorce would have happened. But what is the real? What is the reality? The reality is, right now I am feeling the emotion of love. Right? So this, right now, this experience of love, it can stay for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 1 hour, 2 hours, or maybe full day, maybe whole life, but most of the time it doesn't, because it is replaced by another emotion, attachment, sense of losing, insecurities. When you have a sense of insecurities, then your love is being replaced by fear. Fear has taken place. So constantly, as you observe, your emotions are being replaced by another emotions. One time you love your doggy, another time you love your wife, and another time you love your food. So, but in each love, your involvement is a different. Loving a child, loving a wife, loving a dog, loving a food, there is a different involvement of yourself, of your emotions and your being. So there is not the same love you have. Anyway, what we are trying to understand is, we have to find a right thinking. So right thinking means finding in this changeable world, the world which we are experiencing, me, myself, and the world which I am confronting, what is there a thing which is not changing, which is inevitable? Inevitable means which cannot be changed in 3 period of time. 3 period of time means neither in the present, nor in the past, nor in the future. To focusing and connecting to that reality, thinking and brooding to find out your way to understand what is that reality which does not change, then you are thinking in a right direction. Which means you are moving towards the immovable. If everything is moving, so in order to find the immovable, you have to go into the center of the mobility. So like when you look on yourself, let's take an example, like a bullock cart or a chariot is moving. So chariot has a big wheel. Wheel is moving, right? You understand? Wheel?
Karre.
Rad eines.
Ja, also es geht um
Wagens.
Gefährt und es geht ums Rad und es geht um das Zentrum im Rad. Es seid
I
ja
do
bei
not
going
know
in
the
the
word
center.
chariot.
Chariot is like a horse with the
Okay.
horse
Karre.
chariot when the prince
Yeah.
or somebody
Okay.
is.
So yeah.
So it has a wheel. So wheel is moving, but if you look into the hub is moving or not? Not moving. So wheel can move when there is a hub center. So that's why, because of that center. So look at yourself, you are like a wheel. Your body is moving. Even though if you are sitting still moving. Why it is moving? Because cells are moving. The skin cells, the muscle cells, the brain cells, everything constantly producing, acting, something is going on, but outside you may feel it is not moving, but it is moving. Even though you are sitting in the sun rays taking away the water from your body. So even though you are inactive, but action is going on your physical level. So what you need to focus is, you need to focus upon in yourself, what is that entity which is immovable. It is a matter of contemplation. I am not going to say what, but it is a matter of contemplation. It is a matter of meditation, that you have to sit days and days and days and try to find out by yourself. And once you start going into the finding this immovability, that is the beginning of your spirituality. Before that you are doing gymnastics. Yoga is not spirituality. Yoga is the beginning of getting into this point of finding within yourself which is immovable. Once you start contemplating and thinking, finding your ways to find out where is the center is, the moment you find spirituality has given its own flowering. It has already given the fruit of your effort. And that's what Patanjali wants us to find, that fruit. And this fruit, once you have this fruit, you find that enormous joy coming out of yourself. No matter where are you, no matter in which situation you are outwardly, but inwardly, there is fountains of happiness, fountain of joy keep coming from the unknown source. And that coming, that unknown source from where this constant fountain of love and joy coming, that's in English called enlightenment. In Patanjali's word, it is a state of samadhi. State of samadhi. Samadhi means experience one homogeneous consciousness which is right coming out from the center of I, the you. And then you become free. There is no other freedom. This is the freedom. Freedom from the bondage of body's birth and death. Because once you experience that you are the source of joy and happiness, you are the freedom, then body doesn't matter. You become free. Body remains, or when the body wants to leave, where it will go? It will only change the form and it will be back to this fountain. So with this understanding, now we have to go on contemplating, thinking about how you can have right thinking and in the right direction. Okay. Thank you very much. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.